Welcome to Loose Mesh, the Lacrosse podcast, the place where the tape's off, the gloves are off, and the stories come straight from the barn. From rookie bus rides to championship runs, we're breaking down the game with the players, the legends, and the voices that live it. Whether you're a weekend warrior or a pro chasing rings, grab a cold one, string up the stick, and let's get loose.
Welcome to episode 3, where the lacrosse world decides to light itself all at fire all at once. Summer box lines out of Alberta and Ontario, and all roster cuts turn into full-blown chaos. Austin Shanks stops by to break down the last couple seasons. Pat Gregoire and Teddy Jenner drop by with one of the juiciest preseason views you'll ever hear. Shanks is cooking, Teddy's ranting, Patty's dialed in, and somehow Frick finally sounds like he's not calling from a cave. Buckle up, this one's loud. Boys, what's going on this week?
Fricky on the mic.
Let's just say it was an adventure to get him the mic. I'm glad he stops whining like a little baby. But anyway, excited for episode 3. Excited for Shanksy.
Not that hard to fire something in a UPS package, totally.
Anyway, don't talk about that.
I swear, if some people would see the text messages back and forth between this group, that would be just a show on itself, man. Like TLC would be getting us a deal that day.
You should have seen when me and Tolly were in the same fantasy football chat.
Oh yeah,
we were just lighting it. It was just a chat between me and Tolly. We were just lighting each other on fire.
And then we'd be going to chat and carving each other up. Then we'd make 6 trades with each other all year and just tell everyone. And we'd make all the trades ourselves with each other. We'd be like, "You're either this, you're this. Okay, I'll trade this. Good deal. Let's go."
Oh, yeah.
Who was the commissioner?
Oh, it was Dyson Williams.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Poor Dice, man. Poor Dice.
Oh my God. And he would literally just started the group chat so me and Tolly could go back and forth at each other. Like the guy Tolly drives me nuts, but I love him. Like, let's call a spade here. I love the guy.
Oh yeah, because Uncle Frick doesn't drive anyone nuts. But anyways, back to episode 3. Frick,
what's going on in that championship series that you lost?
Oh yeah, Toller's gonna be happy with this one. That was a tough one. We ran up against the Jacksonville squad who, as everybody knows, face-offs really controlled the field game, and they had a great face-off guy, and we just couldn't figure it out in the transition game, right? We offensively, I think we led the game a little bit, more chances than them, but basically, like when it came down to the X's and O's, we had a little bit of trouble just kind of fixing their good fast break, and they had a good team, they had a good squad, they deserved the championship. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Toles, anything with you?
No, not much. No, just like you said, watching the transactions. We'll get into that in a little bit, but no, just excited for the league to get going. So we have more stuff to talk about, and a few things we'll talk about during story time about Steve Tolson. I got called out twice on both my stories, but we'll talk about that later for sure.
Oh God,
game week.
Hey,
It's a big one. It's game week, right? We got a lot to be excited about. Game week.
Yeah.
Before we jump into the NL, let's start in the summer box season. Couple big trades out in the WA helping with Chase Fraser to Langley, Robert Turch to Coquitlam. What's the thoughts over there?
I'm more interested to see who's paying those bills for Chase Fraser to come to Langley. Right? Like it's a guy I know for a fact they had a couple dollars there back in the day. They were kind of like pinching pennies there for the past couple years, but it's like he's going to demand like a good solid pay to get him out of those Quebec senior leagues, right? And then Churchy, in my opinion, like we're going to see a lot of these Coquitlam kids head back to play senior in Coquitlam, right?
Again, it's funny we see hear that about Churchy going back to Coquitlam after we just had Del Bianco, and we're just a blue collar team, no stars, no nothing. We just work hard. 3 days later, one of the best right hand shooters in the world. Yeah, we got Robert Turch.
And then again, like how much is it going to matter until the WLA decides not to bring in the extra guys? Right, like all these guys can be jumping over to Maple Ridge or whoever's making the run, play the summer in Coquitlam, and then jump up to Langley, or play the summer in Langley and jump over to Vic. Like it's going to be kind of like a crapshoot until either that rule gets changed or we just all accept it. That's the way it's going to be.
That's Toll's favorite rule, especially the 5 people from Alberta going to the Minto.
Oh my God. Unbelievable.
Get him going.
Well, the thing I don't
that's
understand
that's the 3.
Why doesn't the BC team how come the BC and Man Cup they get to bring guys in, but the BC junior team doesn't get to bring guys in? Only the Alberta junior team does.
Well,
I don't know, man.
I think it's just because the BC Junior A trade rule is so shady that it's you go there for 4 games and then you play the playoffs and come back. Like, look at the one year they got. I think it was like 4 guys out of Poco. Like Rylan Reese was one of them. Clark Walter was another one. Like, it's just it's a lone factory. It's a lone factory over there for them to try and battle with the East. You can't blame them though. Like, the numbers are drastic.
Oh no, if that was rules in here, it'd be beyond shady. Oh yeah, for sure.
Right? Yeah, not cheating, not trying.
Yeah. And not even cheating. It's not even cheating. They're allowing you to do it. So that's the best part. Don't even get in trouble for it. Don't even get caught.
It comes back to that commissioner talk again. Like,
I've had enough commissioner talks.
There's a couple brand new Junior A teams across the nation. Winnipeg Blizzard officially announced, and RMLL Junior A. Toller, like that one. I'm hearing that they could be able to bring more guys to the Minto than Alberta just because what tiering base they're on as provincial. So
who are they going to play against? Themselves, or who's flying? They played in our junior league. We're going to fly out there after we go to Ottawa. Or what's the deal? Or who's playing against Winnipeg? I'm not sure. I'm not sure how hard the drive it is.
So Miners will go out there, Mountaineers will go out there, the Raiders will go out there, but then the closest team to them is 8 hours away, and that's Saskatoon, or what they call the Saskatchewan SWAT.
Oh, yeah, they're a real good team too, right?
Yeah, not really. What?
Dogs. Bunch of dogs out there.
Perry's, man. We're always a third place team. That's what we like. If you're not third place, you're not first, so it's all good.
That doesn't matter. If you're not first, who cares?
Right?
I agree.
Ricky Bobby, first to last. Not first to last.
Yep. Fricky, fill us in, man. What's going on out there in the East Coast?
Oh, Elora. You hear about Elora, Toller? Like, how I'm all about, it's a great junior B city, right? But how do we get Elora before Ottawa? Like, that's awesome.
Well, I don't know, but they're gonna get a warm welcome to Junior A, I tell you, because if they think it's just a hop, skip, and a jump, because it's night and day. It's like AHL to the NHL. It's a jump, you know what I mean? And I got in trouble one year, and nothing against Junior B at all, but like when I was coaching Whitby with Derek Keenan, and I went to one Clarington practice, and they wanted to play Clarington instead of Junior A. I'm like, I'd rather go 0-20 in Junior A than win a Founders in Junior B if I'm good enough to play Junior A. Yeah. I want to play Junior A. You play against the best if you're good enough. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. If they think they can play Junior A with the big dogs, let them go for it and see it. Hopefully they do well. I wish them nothing but the best, and hopefully they do well. And you know what I mean?
I don't get what we're thinking. Have you been to that? Again, like, it's nice old school barn, right? But have you been to that rink in Elora?
No.
You might be able to hold 300 people in there. Huh. Like, they're packing that place for the Ontario Junior A title, or Ontario Junior B game, and it's 500 people and you can't move, and it's hotter than a dog's arsehole. And it's like Ottawa, you're gonna have the facilities. They got a junior hockey rink. They got nice rinks out there. Like the lacrosse is thriving. Like, their midget team was.
Yeah. Oh no. We talked about. Well, maybe we haven't really talked about on the show, but the difference is, though, McMichael, plain and simple. Teams don't want to go to Ottawa because of cost, travel from bus to food, paying for all that stuff. It's plain and simple cost, man. It's like some teams don't have money, and some teams do have a little bit of money, but some are just owning whatever. And I mean, some teams. We made a trade with a team 2 years ago for $1,000, and they'd say, "Okay, we'll pay you $500 this year and $500 next year," because they didn't have $1,000 in their bank account. Man, they're scrambling for every dollar. Where sometimes, I'm not saying St. Catharines, but you got to have the right people in charge through fundraising, through wine tours, through sponsorship. Where we could go there, but still, it costs us a fortune for a bus, a night hotel.
Well, I'd like to see the difference between Toronto going to Ottawa or Toronto going to Elora. Like, what's that time difference going to be? An extra hour? I get it. I get it. Ottawa's far. I get it. Right? Like,
what's St. Catharines to Ottawa?
What's Peterborough to Elora? Like, there's
2.5 hours, probably 2.5, 3.
Well, I think it's probably longer than that, right? Like 3.5 on the bus.
Well, what's St. Catharines to Ottawa? 5, 6 hours.
Yeah, but again, like, there's going to be advantages and different advantages.
I agree.
For teams on both sides of the ledger, right? Like, it's guaranteed easier for Whitby to get to Ottawa than it is to get to Elora.
Yeah,
That's what I mean.
yeah.
Like you
maybe,
can't.
maybe they go
I
divisions.
get,
Uncle Frank. Maybe they go divisions. Who
yeah,
knows?
well, that would be the.
Well,
start
if they
of
go
it.
to division, then bring an East Division
You
in.
got to. Like you got to.
Like,
They gotta be absolutely livid up there right now.
like Alberta can, like RL can figure out how to get Winnipeg in. Now we're stretched out to 3 freaking provinces, and
Winnipeg,
Ontario can't figure it out, man. Come on.
Winnipeg in the league is going to be one tough sled. It's going to be interesting to see after a year.
I feel bad for all those Winnipeg kids
Winnipeg,
that have to make that travel.
If you need a coach, Winnipeg,
You're gonna hit a snowstorm in the middle of July heading to a game there for Pete's sake.
Doing up there, so.
There was supposed to be another team, and this one's kind of hitting the rails, and a lot of people are upset about this one, but the Kanawaki Hunters were denied of a junior A team.
You're not going to Ottawa. You're not going to Kanawaki. Like, imagine how pissed
That's the
off.
same thing. They need to join together. The only way Kanawaki is get. Yeah.
Imagine how pissed off Ottawa would be if they gave the team.
We're gonna drive right past you. Hey, Ottawa. See you later. We're going to Kanawaki. Bye bye. Yeah.
No, it's not good. Ottawa Capslack would have just been on fire.
That would have been great.
Could you imagine? Fire.
Tassie would have been calling Jim Milligan and been right at his doorstep, and
See, and that's what the surprising part is that we have a guy from the East who's running that show, and he's still just getting pushed around by the powers in the West. Like it doesn't make sense to me. Like we got to get more teams on this side. I'm sorry, but this is where the big lacrosse markets are. We got to get more teams on this side.
Yeah.
It's just it's crazy. It's crazy.
Before we go into transactions, let's just jump on this one. We touched a little bit probably past 2 podcasts, but it's been one of the biggest news other than Mitch Desnew. But Jack Hanna is apparently in talks with Las Vegas. They put out a tweet out yesterday, then they delete the tweet, and then they put it out this morning. That's more confusing to fans than actually just leaving the tweet out there. I don't know if it was not supposed to be tweeted or what's going on, but it should have been just to leave it out there. What's the lowdown there, Frick?
I'm thinking that's, just Vegas getting ahead of us talking heads to freaking out after they release their roster, right? We all know that we would have been freaking out here. Like Lax Class would have been freaking out. Off Crossbar would have been freaking out. Mike down the street would have been freaking out if we all had seen that roster come out and Jack Hanna's not on it, right? So they got to get ahead of it. I get what they're doing. It's just if you're looking at it, where is he going to go? I don't see Willie trading him just because he wants to go. Where is he going to go? So I'm thinking eventually Jack's just going to have to bite the bullet and re-sign if he wants to play. And if he doesn't want to play, I'm sure he's making just enough money or just the same amount of money, doing his camps and doing his privates that he will be in the NLL. So, it's just going to be a waiting game and to see who balks first. And, unfortunately for the fans, I don't think it's going to be Jack Hanna.
Well, and the thing is, Vegas is making it known because every highlight they show Chase Fraser and Donville scoring. So maybe they're proving, hey, right, we got lots of righties, so we'll make you sit out because every goal you see is Chase Fraser or Donville. So maybe they're making it known where we'll wait and just see what happens.
You got to figure they got to know something that we don't if they're doing all that marketing around all those 2 guys. And Jack Hanna is nowhere to be seen right now.
Yeah.
Surprising, man. A lot of people call him, the next Captain America after Tom Schreiber, so it's really interesting.
Hasn't worked out for Toronto quite yet, though, has it?
No, it hasn't. Nope. Ouch.
No offense to Tom Schreiber because he is one great player.
Yeah.
Jack Hanna keeps this pace up. Jack Hanna is coming into Casey Powell American box territory. Not Tom Schreiber. Jack Hanna is gross. I coached against him, and trust me, Jack Hanna is gross.
How about we got a mutual buddy? I'm not going to name his name, but when he's listening to this, he's going to know exactly who we're talking about. He doesn't think that Jack Hanna is a top 5 lacrosse player in the world.
Top 5 American?
Top 5. If you take the game of lacrosse, box and field, and combine the both, Jack Hanna top 5 in the world? Yes or no?
Both, so you're comparing both together. So both.
Yes.
Yeah. So
as a
cheaters
lacrosse player.
Yeah.
He has to be up there.
I said that on another podcast back about 3 weeks ago, and he called me out like, you're an idiot. You think he's like that? You're an idiot. Blah, blah. I'm like, oh my God, dude, you got to figure your shit out. Like, he is easily one of the most nasty freelance goal scoring lacrosse players that we've seen in a long time.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, for sure. Last one, Buffalo looks like they're wanting to get another defender in there. Mitch Desnu still out there, but we kind of said that Toronto's like the only spot there. I guess you can't really hold 4 goalies. Total, you're holding full goalies on your roster, man. Like when that roster released,
the thing is too,
something's up.
I mean, we got to be honest in this show. Like, to me, I'm a Steve Orleman fan. Obviously, Vince is the man, but I'm a huge Steve Orleman fan. Like, huge. I think, like, I coached him in Coburg, and he's just got to get his time. And once he gets in a groove, trust me, he's good. Steve Orleman is a goalie, definitely. And the other guy they drafted, the young guy, he's got a thing. And there's nothing against Katsopoulos, but he is definitely the 4th all day, every day on that list on my. And there's nothing against him at all. But to me, those other 3 guys are a better goalies. And I'm telling you, Shaganash gets released, he's picked up in 2 seconds. Katsopoulos gets picked up, he's a 3rd-string goalie somewhere else. Yeah. And that's the bottom line. Bottom line. I think Buffalo robbed New York on that deal because, like I said, I'm a huge Orleman fan, and he's that good.
I think there's a little something in that Whitby Orangeville series too, Toller, to where it's like before then he was almost kind of like, you couldn't really figure him out because he would drop and then he would he'd still covers those top corners. But I kind of feel like Whitby, like they figured something out, and Coquitlam and Mouse just sitting on the video with Dope sitting on the video, like they kind of just mimicked what they were doing. And did he lose a little bit of his luster in that Minto run and in that playoffs against Whitby? Because ever since then, he's not really somebody that we're talking about. Like, we're talking about Shaganash more than we're talking about Konstopoulos.
Right? Oh yeah. Yes, and again, nothing against the guy, but it's just being honest. To me, he's just a better goalie, plain and simple. It's nothing against the kid. The kid's got potential, great family. Played against them all that way. They played against the 06 all growing up, and it is what it is. Just the other guy's a special goalie.
Well, like we talked with Del Bianco, if you take the two in comparison, they're not in comparison at all, but different playing style. One is big, just holds up the whole net. And then now, if you don't know, but you need to be athletic as a goalie, athletic as everywhere. And the Minto Cup run, got exposed, as Frick just said. Yeah. He's not athletic, and that's one of the things that concerns me with him moving forward in an NL net.
Well, he's big, and he's always been big. So is it him just kind of getting used to being bigger and being kind of like the size of the net, right? Like, there's what is it, the extra inch and a half or something on both sides right now? That's a big difference, especially with the shooters nowadays.
And I'm not bragging, but we went 3-0 against them, so I definitely not as well.
Matt Disher vibes.
Oh, Dish.
I own Disher. God, did I own Disher when he played in Kitchener Rise at St. Catharines?
What a bucket!
I used to score on the redheaded stepchild like it was a JOBB.
What a bucket he had too, like the old school.
Oh yeah, he was a beauty. Disher was a beauty.
Him and Chugger last of the Mohicans there.
We had an all-star game there. Dish was on fire. It was a beautiful day. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. From one goalie to the next, Justin Getty gets released and gets re-signed in Halifax 3 days later.
Yeah, the unemployment line for him that wasn't much of a long wait, right? But again, I think that's just they're taking a run on a guy. They know that what they got with Warren. They know what they got with Hutchie because he played a good chunk of the year last year too. Right? So is it him is Kurt just trying to push and have a capable third just in case, or does he actually have a job? I guess we're going to see here in the next couple of days when practice rosters come out. But I don't know why all the hate against Getty's. I don't think he's terrible. Right, he's got to have something there. But he might be another one of those. I've always been bigger, and I've always kind of covered the net. And does he struggle a little bit maybe when he gets to the pro size nets because he's still a good summer goalie, right?
Yeah, but he's not taking either of those spots. That's just my opinion. He's not
over Drew or Hill.
I could see him taking Hutchie's job.
Hutchie finished the year for them too. I think Hill and him have a good relationship. I don't know. I take Hutchie over Hill all day. I mean, not over Hill, over Getty. Getty over all day. Getty.
I mean, Getty didn't really play well in the WLA until Chiliano got in there. So
Yeah.
it's a tough look, right? It's a tough look. Smaller net, bigger stick, blah, blah, blah. But who knows? Brad McCauley on the injury reserve list in Rochester. But, that one's because of a fight that I heard. What fight was that, Frick? That was that to Calgary? That was Calgary, wasn't it?
Or what? Like the preseason fight?
Yeah, the preseason fight. That was against Calgary there.
Yeah, I think
yeah,
so,
against Morgan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Connor Kelly. This is a big one on the holdout list. Georgia Swarm after they traded him for Andrew Q.
How about that? Like talk about not doing your homework.
Well, all I want to say is Andrew Q just scores goals, and Connor Kelly had a great year. But no offense, I mean, I love Eddie Como and Chai and them, but that Georgia team, I looked at their roster and
they got
fleeced.
They got fleeced.
I might be getting a call back. Like, wow. And yeesh.
Yeah,
so we'll see what
happens. If there's an NLL video game and you throw that in the trade simulator, like the computer denies that.
10 times over 10.
Right?
Well, the thing was too is like Colorado, we let we had him in Panther City the very first. We had Connor Kelly in Panther City, and we let him go for free. And I don't know if he went right to Colorado, but then he ended up in Colorado. So really, they turned a free guy into Andrew. I score 50 goals a year for funsies Q.
Right? His shot is silky smooth.
Oh, Q is an absolute beauty too. We made a trade Mimico the year we went to Brampton for the Minnow Cup. We traded for Q, and the boys hate him because Tanner Tom they went from getting 10 shots each to counting Q shots, 20 shots a game, but he'd get 5-6 goals a night. He walked in the one game like 7 minutes before the game started in the Minnow Cup, got 5 goals. So after the game, I'm like, okay, make sure everyone's here 2 hours before, ready for warm-up. Q, make sure you're at least 10 minutes here early, be on time 10 minutes, and let's get ready to go next game.
Do whatever you want. At that point, do whatever. Like you show up and score that, just do whatever you want, man.
Did you see some of his highlight goals in preseason where he was putting the ball?
How good does Patty Coyle look that game in Toronto to where he got him scratched in as only playing the first half, and then he came in the second half and touched 4.
Won it for him.
Dan Carey wins GM of the Year for that trade already.
Next is San Diego Seals. The Kavanaghs on the physical unable to perform list, as well as TJ Malone is on the holdout list. They also released Dustin Burkhoff, who they received in a trade for Robin Hellier, and Robbie Turpin's off that team as well.
I think.
Any thoughts there, boys?
Well, the Kavanaughs, like, what's going on with all these American guys being hurt as soon as the NLL starts?
Turf's a different monster, man.
Nowhere to run in the arena. It's tough to run.
Like it's just
what are these boards getting in the way for? What is this, a board? I can't run out here.
It's starting to get a little bit ridiculous. Every year, these guys, like I know there's the guy's a warrior. Like, didn't he play with his hamstring was completely torn off for the national championship game a couple years ago?
Any guy's got beat up by a 6-foot pole his whole life, by an American 6-foot pole that was probably jacked to the nines, beating the snot out of you.
Gotta be nails. You gotta be.
You got balls.
You gotta be.
Yeah.
You might not be like stupid like McMichael stand there getting punched in the face kind of tough, but like you gotta be nails. And when it comes to the Winter League, it's every time they go to get into a training camp, somebody's hurt. And like not just like somebody, like a big name is hurt every single time. Like it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree. No.
Jake Nazel is on the injury reserve list after your boy there, Tolzer Grennan, after he went after him and high-sticked him, took a shot to the head.
Who was that Grennan was fighting from Ottawa?
Cole Begley or Beagley. I was
Beagley.
Was that Beagley that he fought, eh?
Yeah.
That was
that was Beagley.
He did good.
Grennan came on. Grennan got him with some punches. I knew Bigley always acts tough, but I was very surprised that he did that.
What is he doing here?
Sorry.
That earlobe was nice.
Oh, sorry. I had to make sure that other computer wasn't going on.
If you're going to throw something up, at least throw your feet up so we can sell that.
Sorry. But no, I was impressed. I was impressed a lot.
Yeah,
I'm surprised that was Bigley. Nice.
He did good, yeah. I got chirped for that. We were on through a comment on there that looked like a young Andy Glenn. And one of my buddies like, don't disrespect Andy Glenn like that. I go, whoa, easy, guy's my best friend. Relax. Holy
yeah, that's funny.
The thing on Naso, like someone in Sask has to step up there when he goes after him in that Toronto game. Like you have to do something. I don't care if it's a preseason game or whatever game it is. You got to do something there to show that you have some support. Like you just got beat up in the finals from Buffalo all series long, and now the first incident happens on the floor. You're not going to back it up. Like that's a joke to me. It's a joke.
The game's gone away from that, man. Like there's no room to have a fighter there anymore, right? Like your roster sizes are too small. There's not we were talking about Jackson Subak and how he's one of the premier heavies in the league, right? Yep. The guy can still play, right? And again, like I love Timmy O'Brien to death, but like let's say passing and catching wasn't a strong suit.
Well, I mean? Okay.
Like, there's just no room for guys to be sitting in the middle of the bench saying, "Okay, go handle that." No. Go handle that, right? No. It's just there's not, and now because we've eliminated that. I'm not saying that Grennan's a rat because he's not, because a rat wouldn't fight. But we've eliminated the situations to where you tap a Timmy on the shoulder because some guy was just touching up Colin Doyle or Toller or Jimmy Veltman, right? Like, you know, that's kind of just the way that the game's gone now, and I definitely don't agree with it. Like we got too many rats in the game that run their mouth or stick guys and won't fight because nobody's holding them accountable anymore.
Yeah. And Grennan plays that to a T. Like when I'm not lying. I had to tell him in practice, like, slow down with picking the defense on the back. Like it was bad. And all the D, like our D would have fought him every practice if they could. Like but he just does it on purpose. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When I say rat, like he's a rat in a good way. You know there's a reason the guy gets cut from Toronto, and then 72 seconds later he's signed by Rochester. You know, there's a reason he gets cut from Ottawa, and then 45 seconds later he's signed by Toronto. Like he's got like the factor that you want, but you know it's just the guys. Like, and I hate saying that about Grennan because he will fight, so he's definitely not like a rat, but he's got that rat mentality to where it's just like you want to punch him right in the face.
Rochester needed that in their lineup, though, right? Up in the forward group, they needed that.
It causes it, but thing is, they got Biles, so they're fine. I tell you right now, Biles is a top 5 fighter in the league, guaranteed.
Yeah. From one Sask guy to the next is Matt Hossack on a short term list, but as Frick and I kind of learned today that it's kind of job related for that kind of sake there, so he'll be back.
Loophole. He's a smart RIT engineer. He played. He's a smart dude. Yeah, he's too smart actually. Yeah,
he's got a grown-up job.
Yeah, he's got a big time grown-up job. He's a great kid. He's a secret great kid.
Good family, right? You ever met the
old not a gas filler upper?
Oh, the dad never misses a game. Oh yeah.
You ever met the old man, Toller?
Oh yeah, he used to supply teach in Oshawa, Whitby area. Oh yeah,
and he was a cop
too.
He
was the games.
He was a cop too.
Quick story there though. We were all in New York after a game, and the next morning we wake up. There's supposed to be a huge snowstorm coming in. Me, Hossix, and someone else with us. We drive in the worst snowstorm home ever. We almost lost it on a bridge twice.
Who drove?
Then Hossix goes, "Oh yeah, just go to my house on the way to the airport." He takes us. We drive to his house. He gets front door service. We're still out in the boondocks in the snowstorm. Can't see. Hossix off. "Oh yeah, we're home." Like, him and his wife break through. Oh yeah. Oh, Haas, he's a beauty. He's a beauty.
Good Port Perry kids right there.
Yeah.
Who drove in the snowstorm?
This guy.
Oh God, that's scary. After a night.
Oh yeah. That's not story time yet.
Oh, snowball.
The hot off the press, but Desert Dogs releases Alex Buquet, our boy. Man of the pod, friend of the pod. Good old goalie there, Caleb Cons, and
Bookie's fighting his way back, right? But you just missed a solid 5 viral clips by cutting him. Like the kid's gold on the mic. He's gold on the mic.
But Book got caught in a bad situation. Cujo's the goalie coach there. Bukie makes it. Bolt the goalie coach. Hey. I look like this, you look like that, you gone.
Not enough time
That's a
logged
bad
in.
beat. He's probably going, where's Cujo? Where's Cujo? That's what he's saying right now. Guaranteed.
Not enough time logged in the gym for old Buki boy.
Oh, Buki. He would get Buki's a good old Whitby boy.
Oh yeah.
You ask him. I actually did the first camp ever with him when he was about this big. And I saw them. I said, "Yep, you're going to net, kid." Yeah.
I had him for like 4 years in minor. With
he's
like
a beauty. Mom's a beauty. Mom was the best. She was the best.
Mom's a beauty. Dad's a beauty. His brother's a beauty. Yeah. You know, his brother's like he's a doctor.
Really?
Book's brother is a doctor.
Wow. So
he's a professional beauty, and he's got a doctor brother from the House of Learning Doctors.
From one West Coast team out to the next, the Warriors, Alex Athakis and Ryan Martell on the IR.
Party Marty. Oh, Party Marty.
Fake IR or real IR? Who knows?
Yeah, that's loophole IR.
Oh, yeah, it's guaranteed. Guaranteed.
Kurt must need a timeout, so he's got a guy laying on the ground breaking a cramp.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, Kurt.
One loophole IR to another. Okay, this one gets interesting. Buffalo fans are kind of pissed off, but they're slowly going to learn that Ryan Benesh is back in Buffalo land.
Yeah, loophole. Another loophole. It's fantastic.
I mean, it's
fantastic.
You got to do what you got to do, man. To keep Buffalo has to understand that
they didn't sign him to a minor league contract, go through 7 junior C teams, and bring him back up to junior A and junior B, and then sign him.
Announce it being a 7-year deal.
Yeah. I was wondering when I saw that. I'm like, shit. I just saw Benesh's kid all suited up in Buffalo gear. I said that was a waste of money. Then when I saw the initial release,
yeah. Oh, you know, Benny didn't pay too many dollars for all that.
Oh, I know. He's a
beauty. Guy's got the shortest arms in the game of lacrosse. He can never reach his wallet.
Okay, boys. Episode 1. Go ahead.
Go back.
Go ahead.
Benny. Outside Adobe, have you ever seen somebody faster off the door that's slower in between the lines?
That was Benny used to drive TK and then nuts the way he'd run back to the bench, like for the reverse transition,
right?
Because all you don't want was reverse back the other way, so he would nonchalantly jog. And it was the best. I think he made it to the bench 4 times in 2 games.
And then one more quick one about this. Toller, gun to your head, and you got to say who's got more goals off the front door, Dobes or Benny? Because like they got to be 2 of the guys that have the most goals off the front door ever. Dobes. Like Benny, if you take that percentage, I bet you Benny's close to 90p coming off the door.
Yeah. Dope. Yeah.
He
scores wrong side. Dope goes first on the wrong side.
Well, yeah.
I never had the privilege of playing with him, which I wish I did, because he is as old school, and like we would have been in a lot of trouble. But yeah, it would have been.
I played against him. I know you want to get going here, but hold on. I played against him in the WLA in 2012. Okay. He all of a sudden is out for game 4. We're talking about playoffs, WLA finals. He's all of a sudden out for game 4. Nobody sees him. Like nobody sees him at the rink. Nobody knows what's going on. He shows up to game 5. You know those like football neck braces, like the rolls? Yeah. He showed up wearing one of those for the game. It came out like a couple years later. The guy had 2 broken bones in his neck, and played in a like 2012 WLA, man. Like it wasn't soft. Like that game was nails. And he's playing with 2 broken bones in his neck. Beauty. And I still think he went off for like 4 and 2. Like he is a different human being, that guy.
Oh, yeah, he's legit.
He's going to reset that culture in Calgary. That's probably one of the best signings that they ever did on the off season, man. Like,
for sure.
You don't bring him back, I think a lot of fans in Calgary are questioning the next phase of Calgary Roughnecks.
I think Shooter's got to be looking over his shoulder right now, right? You have a bad start, just get rid of him and get Dobes in there. Like that's the way to go, I feel.
Dobes prove a point in the Minto this year. They didn't look. Corcoran didn't look good in the first couple games, and then when Dobie got behind the bench,
they didn't look that bad in the second game.
Well,
they looked terrible in the second game.
Yeah,
first game they struggled flying in.
Yeah,
late. Bad flight. We should have played in the first game. Anyways, what's next? Let's move on.
Okay. So you don't like that one or what?
No.
Why? Hey? Yeah, let's stay on the Minto.
Let's make story time right now with Toller. Only Minto stories.
So in the episode 1, we talked about who's going to be the MVP of the preseason. Toller, I think you had Jesse King. Vancouver didn't look too good in the preseason, but as you said,
MVP of the season, the regular season.
You said regular season.
Yeah.
Well, we were talking about preseason at the time. Who's going to be a preseason?
What did I say? You know what I said? Who cares about preseason? 0.0. Wow, you got 7 goals versus Dougie no name in net. You did a great shot. You scored from center behind the back on Tommy Chest. Who cares about preseason?
Let's make sure the editor gets a clip card of that one.
0.0. Okay, before the season starts and before we bring in our guests for this week, dark horse players of the year. Who's your dark horse?
Toller, you got this one. I'll give it to you easy because I got one I know you're not going to take.
Okay, go.
Jacob Hickey. I think Jacob Hickey is going to kind of control the back end a little bit more. He's got to be in a little bit of a leadership role, and he's going to just he ran the floor outstanding in Brooklyn all summer. So I think my
whatever you're drinking, you keep drinking it. I mean, it's not really a dark horse, but I'm telling you, Chase Fraser is going to be in the MVP talk, guaranteed.
Mitch Jones wants to have a question with you, man.
Yeah.
I
think.
Well, if we're going names like Jacob Hickey, I'll give you a better name. Who's going to be on fire this year? Braden Maillet, Calgary. Oh. Lights out, guaranteed.
He's legit.
He is legit.
He's legit. He's silky too. Left side silk.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. There's so many names to choose from. Dark horse. I'm asking the question, and I don't even have to choose my own.
Hickey.
Huh?
Hickey.
Who are you Are you reading Stamper's articles or what?
No, I like him. I liked him last year. I was pumped when I found out he was a Redmond. I like Hickey. Coming off, told you bum.
I like the Calgary pick.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah,
I don't know, man. Yeah. I think I'm excited what's going to happen in Buffalo with the young guys over there with Tyson, even your boy, Lucas Nielsen. I like those two.
He's starting on the IR, though.
Yeah, he's starting on the IR. Yeah, man, it's a tough call. Dark horse is not really a dark horse, but I got to give props to Owen Hill. It's the preseason that he's had, even though it's preseason.
Zero.
However, that's a steal at number 3.
Well, yeah, the 2 guys ahead of him were pretty good. Well, we'll find out. Anyway,
Hilty has outperformed CJ Kirst by a long shot.
Who cares how you outperform? It's preseason. Do it when you're playing against 17 NLLers and a real goalie. Okay,
hold on, Toller. You're right, but last game, those are 2 NLL rosters. There was no subs. There was no subs.
For which ones?
Toronto, Philly.
Yeah, there was a couple still guys played that were in and out, practice roster guys and all that. Yeah, the goalies number the same. You're right. But again, you don't, like I said, you don't have the intensity. You're not getting paid in preseason to play. You know what I mean? If I'm Latrell Harris and I know I'm getting paid, yeah, I'm playing good. But now it's game time. This is where I make my money. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah.
Do you know what? I'm going to switch it. My pick this year, dark horse, he's in my top 50 for NL players, and that's Donville. I'm going to go with Donville. He shut down the podcast to get bigger and tougher and stronger, and just the amount of offensive power they brought in, he's just going to benefit from that.
So we're really hoping on the right side, eh, Doss?
Wow. Yeah.
I'd like the same as Chase Fraser being in the MVP. I think too many other people have to have great seasons for them to have great seasons as well, right?
Well, they're going to have great seasons because they're going to give up 30. You got to get 30 to win, so he's going to get points.
I don't know.
You can't choose Chase Fraser, though, as a dark horse, man. Everyone knows who he is. Yeah. He's going to score goals.
You got to choose a guy like Jacob Hickey.
Or Braden Maillet.
Okay, Frick. Who are we bringing in this week, man?
Aren't we stopping? Don't we stop it for a sec first? Or no, we don't stop it?
Why are we stopping for? We're bringing him straight in.
Can't stop
your hair. Holy smokes.
And I was going to pee. And I was going to go washroom.
We need to get someone. We need Touch of Gray for Toller to come in. Anyone have a sponsorship over there for Touch of Gray?
He looks good as the Silver Fox.
Okay. Stop while I go take those. Ain't got another point.
Okay, who we bringing in, Frick?
All right, this week we got a 5'9", 180-pound right-handed shooter from Curtis, Ontario. Played college lacrosse at The Ohio State University, where he totaled 83 goals, 40 assists for 123 points in just 60 games. In 6 NLL seasons, he's racked up 147 goals, 357 points in 90 regular season games, with 51 points in 11 playoff games. During the 23-24 series alone, he notched a career high 62 assists. Plus, in the 2025 semifinals, overtime power play winner that sent the Rush to the finals. Brings consistency, clutch performance, and playmaking. Diving into today's conversation, a Pickering, Ontario fighter fire, Whitby Warrior Minto Cup champion in 2013, and 2017 NCAA runner-up. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, one of the best guys around. Get some snaps going for a good Canadian kid, Austin Shanks.
Attaboy, Shanks. Hey,
Go ahead.
First off, Mr. Shanks, I got to say something. We got to talk about something first because obviously in the OLA, I wasn't well liked, but I will let everyone know Shanksy's mom, Sonia Crossy, is the nicest lady and the savior of my OLA career. So I was able to coach my son the whole. She is the only one that liked me. We had to go through secretly so many times where we had, don't tell anyone, Steve. I won't, Sonia, I won't. Oh, yeah. She's the one and only. But anyway, she saved me for a lot of years.
You just told everyone. You just told everyone. You just routed on Shanks' mom.
I'm done with the OLA anyways. I don't like any of them. I'm done with them all.
Wait,
she's the best.
What about her?
She helped you when you were in the right, to be honest. Like
I know. All those suspensions, I was in the right, Shanks. Yeah, I agree. I know.
Some of them.
All right.
Never wrong.
So we're going to start off. Growing up in Clarington, what did lacrosse look like for you as a kid?
It was pretty funny. So I grew up in Bowmanville, and I basically wasn't allowed to play hockey. It was just kind of too expensive. And my mom was from Ireland, and she was just like, I'm not sitting in an ice rink at 5 a.m. Like, that's normal, I guess. So just didn't play. So I played like all the school sports I could, and I was in soccer. And then there's a flyer at school one day, and I just kept begging her, can I go out to this lacrosse? And went out to a house league when I was, I think, 10 or 11 in Bowmanville, Clarington there. Stunk, worst player. And then I asked the next year if I could try out for the rep team, and my mom just laughed because I was so bad. I was like, oh, yeah, sure, go try out. And then I made the team because there wasn't enough kids at tryouts. Yeah, and literally the rest is history. And when other guys kind of played hockey in the winter, I just kept playing lacrosse and kept my stick in my hand. Like if I went to Walmart or a restaurant, I just had my stick in my hand at all times.
That's great.
When did the move to Whitby happen, and how did it change your development?
Completely changed my development. Coaches were great in Clarington, but to have Derek Keenan as a minor player, not too many guys are lucky enough to have that kind of talent teaching them and kind of molding them into a man and a player. So I was very lucky. I went over my last 2 midget years. So I did 2 years of Pee Wee, 2 years of Bantam in Clarington. Went over my last 2 years of midget and then played my junior there. And it was huge game changer for me, like really helped my game. I think I kind of just got to a point where I just needed another outlet, another teacher, another coach, and Keenan was amazing for that. He's still coaching me and teaching me now, which is crazy. Like that was probably 18 years ago almost, and I'm still learning from him, and he's teaching. So that was a huge game changer for me.
Yeah, those Whitby teams were stacked. And obviously, Jammer set most of that up. But what do you think really made that group so special? Just that you guys played so long together, or what made that group so special?
Yeah, a little bit of both. It was a tight-knit group. Freak athletes on that team. I think we had 2 or 3 NHLers. I think half the team played at least a 1-year pro. We got Jordy, Haas, Keenan, like a bunch of guys who played a ton of pro, Daryl Robertson. So
was it Cochran on that team too?
Both
in
of them.
junior,
Yeah.
that was just my mind.
He might have been the best though in junior, Cochran. Like he was that good in junior, wasn't he?
Absolutely. Him and Zach Palmer.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Zach Palmer was gross back then.
He was nasty.
Yeah.
Cochran and him were the same age, I believe, and they were always just the best guys and
Yeah,
really so talented.
Little bit of a hidden rivalry with those two guys too, right? Like, wasn't it the one year that Zach decided to stay down with the Gales because Mark was going up with the Warriors, and then like there was like just a little bit of hidden rivalry with those two guys, just both being so good and so dominant, right?
There was for sure, and yeah, you're right. Zach kind of went down to the Gales the one year. I think a few guys actually stayed down.
Yeah.
I think there were, I didn't know, I was too young, so something was going on with the coaching side of the Warriors. So, like that junior B Gales team had Desnu, Hossack, Tutton, Matthew, Shane Jackson. Like that team was crazy good. So they stayed down for a year, and then they all ended up going up for the next 2 or 3 years.
So 2014, Shanksy, you ended up winning the scoring title and MVP. What kind of like clicked for you during that season?
I think just learning from the year prior, 2013, we won the Minto. It was my second year junior, and learning from guys like Curtis Knight, Dan Littner. We had such a talented team, Tutton on the back end, Desnu, Haas, like that team was crazy good. So I think just learning from those guys, like I was obviously near the bottom of that team, and just kind of grinding and bumping and doing anything I can just to try and help out the team. So seeing how good those guys were and such leadership, like Curtis Knight was probably one of the best junior A players to ever play. He did everything. He was so good, so athletic. He was 18 playing in the NLL or 19. Like the guy was great, and he was our captain and leader. So to have him on my side and learning from him, that really helped. And then those guys all graduated at the same time. So it was kind of just step up or kind of get lost. So I kind of just stepped into that role the next year when Littner and Niter and Deshanko all left the same year. So it was kind of just time for me to step up and kind of go with everything I learned from those guys and kind of start my road there.
You go off to the New West, Minto atmosphere. What do you remember about the atmosphere? Describe the energy.
It was really cool. I think it's called Queens there, I believe, the Queens Arena.
Yeah, Queens Park.
Queens Park. And the floor is obviously super historic. I think that was the coolest thing, just the history there. And the fan base is amazing. It's very similar to Peterborough, very local guys, like season pass holders, and they fill it almost every night. So that was cool. And actually, I believe that year Coquitlam was the team to beat out in the West. New West ended up beating them for the play-in game. So because it was supposed to be us versus Coquitlam, basically. And we ended up playing New West in the finals, which is great for fans. So it was packed every night. They had Shaggy going around the floor doing the mopping, and he brings the crowd. And it was almost like a professional atmosphere in a minor level, which was really cool. And the broadcast was all there, and it was definitely a special championship for sure. Anytime Minto is special to anyone.
Yeah, so you kind of answered the question I was going to ask. What moment from that Minto kind of sticks with you? But you kind of answered both kind of in that one. Obviously, a lot of those situations. But is there one time maybe during a game or something that sticks you there, or just pretty much the atmosphere and the announcers and all that type of stuff?
Yeah, there's a few moments like Emerson Clark actually ran down on a breakaway and hit a backhand from the dotted, which was hilarious to see. There's Coquitlam. Coquitlam was already out in round robin when they played us, so they sat other guys and basically just tried to beat us up as much as they could. So it was nice to beat them, and kind of a little karma that New West beat them out the next game, so that was funny. It was just a special moment the whole way, and we won I think we won the series best of 5. I think we won 3-1, and the last game actually, the fourth game was overtime. So to win a Minto in overtime, and I believe I scored in overtime, so that was a pretty special goal. Haas, I believe, got the game winner in overtime on a breakaway, stripped someone, ran down. So that was just really cool. Such a tight game, great atmosphere, and to win a Minto on that floor and all that history, it was super cool.
So speaking of Emerson, obviously, you and I know him pretty well, and there was a little bit of controversy with him going on in that Minto Cup. Now, number one, he showed up a day late, right? Number two, he showed up a day late without a stick.
Yeah.
and then
I don't think he had any gear. None.
No stick. So I get a phone call at about 2:00 in the afternoon. Emerson freaking out. I don't have a stick. So he ended up stealing mine. And then the one that I kind of want to touch on, I don't know if you're going to want to or not, but the random tweets that that people were throwing out, going after Emerson and more specifically Lisa, who is just an absolutely fantastic human being, right? So, what was kind of like the feeling in the room there, and like, were you guys kind of playing for something a little bit more? And then just to kind of follow it up, did we all know that it was just a ticking time bomb when Emerson started chasing whoever he was around when he was chasing them in Queen's Park? They're finally freaking out.
Oh yeah, they brought that on themselves, like super over the line. Like, you don't do that. You don't attack family like that, and it was pretty ridiculous. We had to kind of like contain Emerson best we could, because obviously we didn't want to go into penalty trouble or start the game down. So he was great once he kind of cooled down, like after, because luckily we had a bus and warm-ups and all that. But then once he kind of had his opportunity to chase that guy down, it was definitely worth it. And that guy deserved everything he had coming. And just the organization as a whole, like, it was just so unnecessary. And they kind of said like, oh, we know nothing about that. It wasn't us. And it is what it is now. It's history. But it definitely gave us a little fire almost. So it was kind of like, you know what, fuck these guys. Like, let's go win on their own floor. Yeah,
perfect. And then just moving on a little bit here to stepping into the field lacrosse game. Obviously, my brother obviously went to Dwyer as well, Monsieur Paul Dwyer in Oshawa, Ontario there. And you guys were an absolute wagon of a high school team. Like, some of the names that went through Dwyer, like young Mark Matthews, both Cockertons. My brother was pretty legit at the time. Was there actually like a lacrosse culture there? Because you guys dominated. It was a good 4-year stretch there to where you guys smoked and lost us and then carried on. Like, well, what was that kind of like, just growing up with all those guys and all going to high school together and getting to play high school lacrosse together, which a lot of us really, it's not that big of a deal for us.
So I actually didn't get to go to high school with those guys. I was in Bowmanville for 2 years at St. Stephen's. And then my grade 11 year, I went down to the States to a prep school. Okay. And then I had to go back a year, because I guess when you go down there, you have to go back a year. So I was basically in grade 10 again. And then I committed and I came back, and that's when I went to Dwyer. But so I went into my grade 11 year in Dwyer, but it should have been my senior year. So I did 11-12 at Dwyer, but it would have been my 12-13. So those guys were already gone. But we actually still had a wagon. Like, we won back-to-back OFSA championships against St. Mike's, who had a bunch of guys committed, and they're paying like $30,000 a year or whatever, and had matching helmets, like 3 sets of jerseys. We had guys with like hockey helmets and pennies, and St. Mike's is not even matching shorts. So to beat those guys in the finals both years was really cool. And we had guys like Ben Drake, Sean DeRock. Ben Drake's dad was the coach of the team. He really kind of volunteered and spent his time there to help us out. And those were definitely some special years. But just to keep that culture going, like you said, Mark Matthews, Mark Cockerton, Mitch DeSnew went there, Luke Laskowitz, the Gilrays, like a lot of players came out of that school, and which is funny, just like a normal high school in Oshawa, like the Schwiggity.
Okay, Dawes, you're not going to talk about that one then, Dawes?
No, totally. You're next, man. But what does winning the title, what does it stand for from that run?
Sorry, what was that?
From high school? Oh, we're still talking about high school. I didn't know.
Yeah. So you win a championship in high school. What stands out from that run?
It was just cool felt like we were super underdogs, and kind of like a bunch of guys, just like I said, wearing pennies and hockey helmets. We had guys starting who never played in their entire life. Oh, yeah. And to beat like a prep school that should have been playing in the league, like with the Hill Academy and stuff. It was just cool to kind of be those underdogs and beat them. And it was just cool for kind of the school too, like bringing that championship back. Like, they won a bunch before I was there, so it was cool to keep that history going. Also, it's just basically like a state championship in the States, and it's a big deal in the States. Like, it's funny, Austin's not huge here, but it is a really cool trophy to win.
So when you went to the States, is that when schools started calling, or was it like later on? And then why Bellarmine when schools were calling? Was that what made you pick Bellarmine when schools started calling?
So I committed to Michigan, I believe my sophomore year or junior year. And then academically, it just wasn't going to work out. But I was basically told a week before I was supposed to go down. So my freshman year of college, I just didn't go to college. I was actually a bartender, and I was going to enter the NLL draft early. Yeah,
They just wanted to make sure you weren't going anywhere else.
Yeah, I was just going to enter the NLL draft and kind of try and play in the league. Probably would have been like a super late pick and just try and enter the league early. But Bellarmine called before the draft and just said, "Hey, like you can come in the spring, and we got some money because they're a private Jesuit school, so they had some coin kind of laying around." And I was like, "Yeah, why not? Like I can't go back. I can always enter the draft." So I did it and had about a year and a half there, and a good year and a half there, and then I kind of wanted to make a run for the championship, so I decided to transfer and look at other schools. And I was looking at Syracuse, Denver, and Ohio State. And Ohio State just felt like a great pick. And I knew Wiz there. We grew up playing against each other our whole lives and playing T-Mo together. They got a good Canadian connection there, so it felt like the right choice. And you know what, my senior year was pretty special. We went all the way to the finals, and we lost a heartbreaker, but just that road was pretty special too, just all the way going there. And even the semifinals, I think we were down 9-2 at half. So like we came back and won that game. Like that was a special moment. And playing in the Gillette Stadium where the Patriots play, and Bill Belichick came out to one of our practices, and it was just a really cool experience. I really wish we won that one, but all in all, pretty special time.
What led you to transfer to Ohio State other than the atmosphere? You know, the football atmosphere is crazy. It's similar to lacrosse or different?
I'll tell you, football stadium and girls. Done. See you next time.
Football stadium is super cool, you know, holds 110. And yeah, it's a state school, you know, and they really take care of their athletes there. Like I felt like a professional athlete in college. Like we had all the training facilities you can think of, physio, anything you needed. And then also schooling, they helped you out with tutors, and I never fell behind in the classroom. So they really took care of you. As long as you worked hard, they worked hard to help you out.
So it says here in our little rundown sheet, you get 123 points in 60 games there. Like 123 points in 60 games. Like that's absolutely unheard of. Like at what point in your career did you, like at OSU, did you kind of like start to like I belong in this, right? Because coming from Bellarmine, come from a small town, right? Now you're in the big show. So at what point in your career there is it like, you know, like Shanksy's here, like this is where I belong, you know, just start to throw out massive numbers?
I kind of just kept working hard, and I kept doing well. I was kind of waiting for it to the dream to end, and you know, like I wasn't the guy or top player anymore, and then it's kind of you drift off and start a career somewhere else. But kind of every time a new door opened and a new challenge arose, I just kind of attacked it and tried to do my best. And I'm very competitive. I want to be the best or try and win anything, even if it's the smallest game or a card game. So basically I just kept grinding, and, you know, if you keep working hard, opportunities arise. And I was lucky enough to capitalize on them. And I've had a lot of really, really cool experiences through lacrosse, and opened a lot of doors for me that I wouldn't have otherwise.
So those couple of seasons there, like those kind of throw you on the map, right? So then we got to draft day, and you said earlier you're just going to think about sliding into the draft and kind of go late and be a late pick. All right, well, shit changed. We're going to go to OSU. We're going to throw out massive numbers. We're going to go in, get drafted 5. You know, you're right behind Wiz, just a little bit in front of Fennell, but you guys all go to the same spot. Like, well, what's that moment like having 3 OSU boys all kind of, you know, going through the ranks together and then end up in the same spot in the draft? Talk us through that one.
That was definitely a special day. Like Wiz is one of my best friends, and so is Fennell. So we went down to the draft together, and them having 3 out of the first 6 was crazy. And then for them to pick 3 OSU guys was really cool. And then we got to live together too, our rookie year in Rochester. But playing with those guys was super special. And I'll always remember those moments. Like me and Wiz lived together at OSU, and then we lived together 2 years in Rochester. So those are some memories that I'll never forget, and some really, really cool years. But the draft honestly was super special for my mom and just kind of my family. Like They did so much and sacrificed so much just to give me opportunities and allow me to succeed. And I wouldn't be where I am without my mom. So that day was definitely special for her. It was just cool I could do that for her. And then making the team my rookie year and them coming down was really cool. And I owe it all to my mom. I absolutely, like, she sacrificed so much and would do anything to put me in a spot to succeed and give me a chance.
Nice.
While steering me in the same direction too, which always helps.
Yeah, that's tough.
Because I was almost a full-time son in Oshawa for her, so she had actually.
Shanksy, walk us through the draft process, the interviews, the expectations, surprises. What was different from you not knowing to what you know now?
Probably the speed of the game always picks up. The draft was cool, but I always kind of looked at it as it was just an invitation to try out for a team. It was obviously a special moment, and to go top 5 was cool. But I really realized, this is just an invitation to try out and try and take someone's spot who's there already. And that was tough to do. Like, in front of me was Dan Dawson, who's a Hall of Famer, Joe Resiteris, who will be probably a Hall of Famer, and Josh Courier, who just came off his rookie year, and he was on the all-rookie team. So super, super tough side to crack. And I just knew I had a big challenge in front of me. And I was down at OSU during that fall season there. So I was just using the facilities best I could to get in the best shape as I can. And just trying to control the controllables. MSL was sweet because playing a few years there before you're drafted, those guys are all in the NLL. So you kind of have that, test run, like, hey, can I do this? Like, am I good enough? And my rookie year in the MSL, I did pretty good and felt like I could, I can play in this league and play with these guys. And so that kind of gave me some confidence going to training camp, and made the team, and it was super special. And we had an up and down year, our rookie year, but went all the way to the finals, and we did lose the game 3 there in the finals. So it was a good ride and kind of gave me a little hunger. Like, I wanted to get back there and win one. But the rookie year is always just so much learning. And I was lucky enough to have guys like Cody Jamieson, Dan Dawson, that were able to teach me right out of the gate and take me under their wing.
Well, yeah, Doss always asks questions. His before that answer, you answer mine too about the first 2, and like you said, you just answered that. So I'm going to steal his question then. And move on. Then the team moves to Halifax. What was that transition like?
It was super tough my second year because we were still in Rochester and they announced it. So it was really, really just kind of weird. Like, the fans felt kind of betrayed. So the last half of the season, we were going to home games in Rochester, and all the fans were like, kind of, screw you guys, like, you're leaving us. But we knew the opportunity we had in Halifax and what we could kind of create there. And Kurt had a vision, and he hit it out of the park. Like, Halifax is a great area. The fans are great there. They pack the arena and really take care of you. And they have a great competitive team every year. So Halifax was really cool to head down there, and the Halifax city alone is really special. Like, great people, good food, just a really good town or city to have a professional lacrosse team.
Shanksy's great, eh? Fricky, I asked a question. He answered your question. That a boy, Shanks. You got to get back at him.
Yours the next question. All right, Toller, you're back up. 22. You're up.
Oh, here we go. These guys love talking about this because this is all about them. I'm not even familiar with this. President's Cup. The worst team ever at President's Cup. How did that week actually feel?
Yeah.
What a mess.
Okay.
What a mess.
So I actually wasn't a part of it.
You guys were so bad that we walked out. I was at one of the games, and we walked out. Told her, you're going to love this. Somebody asked me if I wanted to play. That's how bad they were.
Oh, yeah. So what happened was my team in SAS Senior B, we won the Loop. They decided not to go to the President's Cup.
Why?
And then, so I believe the president of Saskatchewan Lacrosse was told, hey, because Saskatchewan Lacrosse was supposed to host the President Cup next year, I believe. They said, hey, if you don't send a team, you can't host the Prezi next year. So they basically just put out an email to anyone and everyone got some guys to come down, and then they lost the first game, I believe 33-1 or something.
Oh,
I got a call, and they said, "Hey, we heard you're local, and you played Saskatchewan UB, so you're eligible to play for us. Do you mind coming out?" So I came out for, I think, 3 games to try and just give them bodies. They just needed runners.
that's awesome.
So just to try and help them out.
I've seen better Pee Wee C teams.
That's great.
They tried.
They tried really, really hard.
I made so much money at President's Cup with you guys in Manitoba, man. By the way, like on Cool Bet, just take the over and take the money line.
Take the over every time.
That's great.
Just
I love DOS. Now we go from there to my DOS.
Yeah, so we've heard your pregame meal kind of in the playoffs that PB&J sandwiches is your favorite go-to. What's the exact ratio and why? Why PB&J?
I just like to play light, so I have a big breakfast, and then I usually don't eat for the rest of the day. So the Friday, I'll have like a huge dinner and eat lots of calories and get everything I need in. Saturday morning, I'll have a huge breakfast, and then I don't like eating again. But I started getting a little hungry kind of in the fourth quarter there. Not energy-wise, but just like hungry. So I figured, okay, I'll have a little PB&J. And I started doing
it in the fourth quarter?
No, before the game, once I got to the arena. And then when I started doing that, I actually started playing a bit better near the end of the year. So I kind of just kept it. It was like, I'm not superstitious, but if it ain't broke, don't change it.
I don't think the guy's sitting on the bench in the fourth quarter going, "Hey, Chiefs, get me a PB&J."
Well, that's his fault. Shanks's a little high maintenance. I can see Shanksy in the fourth quarter. I can see Shanksy in the fourth quarter. Hey, sandwich time. Let's go.
Right? Crust off. Right? No crust.
Hey, Shanksy got 3 and 2. If he orders a PB and sandwich in the fourth quarter, guess what I'm doing? I'm running to get him a PB&J sandwich.
Well, you're looking for a job. He could be your personal PB&J guy, Shanksy.
Yeah. I was gonna try and do the Crustables, get like a sponsorship, but I didn't even reach out.
There we go.
Then I wouldn't even have to make them. Do you see that stat in the NFL? How many they crush?
Didn't the PMT guys try and beat that at their little at their little warehouse that they got to? They ordered a whole bunch of them, and like 90% of them ended up going bad because they just couldn't even take a dent in it.
Yeah, it's like hundreds of thousands per team, I believe.
It's crazy.
Like a crazy amount.
Yeah.
You going back to it this year or what?
Going back to the PB&J.
I'm gonna probably try and have lunch with the boys. I do enjoy that time, just kind of hanging out.
And you do eat at a good spot. Where it's not bad to eat at.
But I'm a big nap guy, so I need my 2-hour nap for the game. So as long as it doesn't cut into that, I'll be good.
Well, that's what they're saying. So you kind of answer the part about chirping and all that stuff. But do you ever notice any current teammates that have a pregame meal that's a little awkward or any of that stuff, or just more just the PB&J? Because I know you guys go to a legit spot to eat, so there's not that many. We're not even really worried about.
Yeah, where do they go? Tell the people. Where do you go?
Cactus Club.
Cactus Club. Lettuce wraps.
Basically in Sasser. Cactus Club, a movie theater.
Lettuce wraps are dialed.
I didn't even know they had a menu.
You probably get that little the Slurpee mixed drink, don't you, Toller? What are they called?
I always went there with TK. No, I always went there with TK, and he always got this weird shit. Like we're getting friggin', I don't even know. He just ordered this weird stuff. Yeah. So, anyways, there's no that stuff. But no, it's funny that we talk about that, and then obviously, sorry, Doss, about the firefighting. But I was kind of in the when Shanksy got into the firefighting, I kind of had a little hand in it.
When?
For fighting, hooking you up with that guy. Remember the guy we hooked you up there with? Whitby guy. Shit, you know him.
You remember the guy. Like,
oh my God, feed him a storyteller. Jeez.
Was it Pickering Chief?
Yeah, Pickering Chief.
I forget his name. Yeah, I spoke to him. Yeah.
Jay Yoshida.
There it is.
Yeah.
He's got some guys in there, actually. I thought he got you in that place, Shanksy, when you first started.
Kind of, but I was interviewing with Toronto at the same time, and I wanted Toronto, so I just kind of weaved off to Toronto.
Oh, so you took me. Okay.
He got do you remember Jeff? He got Jeff Fernandez in there for sure.
I think he might have got
Jeff, I think coached his kids at like camps or because they're younger, right? And he coached that team.
Yeah.
He's got one that's like going into juniors now, or he might be final year U17. The one kid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shanksy, explain why is half the league seems like they're all firefighting? What is it the Monday to Thursday kind of grind is the best suited for you guys, or why is it?
So we do 24 hours, so twice a week, 24 hours. So it is kind of sporadic and random. The Monday to Friday would actually be much easier. Like I guess like teachers or counselors, whoever do Monday to Friday, because then you have your weekends off.
You wouldn't switch firefighting for teaching.
I wouldn't change the thing.
No, so don't even fake pretend that would be ideal. Like don't lie to you can't lie to the podcast viewers. No lying on this one.
It's easier. No, I wouldn't change a thing. Like
no way.
I love the most actually. Like it's honestly the best job in the world. But it's just the guys probably you find out like it's a team environment. You know, you're working hard and you just kind of battle with the boys just like you do on the floor. So it's great for the guys to get into, and it's honestly my favorite career, and I wouldn't change it for the world.
Yeah, so that kind of leads in the next, like you said, it's kind of the ideal. It's an ideal job once you get established in firefighting, same as police for like compatibility. But once you could change shifts here and there, like I know from growing up with Laddie and playing those years with Laddie and Jonesy, and then switching shifts, like those two jobs are very lean. So when you get a buddy, the downfall is when you do get the off week, you end up working anyways, buddy covered for you type of thing. So it would be, you think it's an ideal job, eh?
Yeah, it really is, and you're with the boys, you just work hard, but you can change your shifts around. So, and like guys love it because I'll be like, hey, I'll work your Saturday in the summer. Can you work my Saturday in January, February? And they're like, yeah, no problem.
Yeah, nice. Yeah,
that's an easy sell.
Easy,
yeah. You want
Saturday in July? They're like,
you want another day at the cottage, or you want to go outside shoveling your snow?
Yeah, super easy.
So,
to switch.
Even Toller would take that deal.
Oh, I would. When did Sask first become a real option, and how did reuniting with Jammer, Ryan, and the whole Whitby crew factor in? Because I know you're so tight with the Halifax boys, and you're really tight with a lot of them big time. So obviously it's hard anytime you leave, but going to a team like that where you know the whole squad anyways, it made it a little bit easier.
Yeah, it was definitely a hard decision. Like those guys, I've been there my whole career prior, and those guys in the locker room I really respected and liked, but I just felt like it was a time for a bit of a change. And it was funny, like I was going to try and stay a bit local. And then Keenan called and they weren't really on my radar, and we talked and I was like, yeah, okay, that does make sense. And they didn't make the playoffs. They didn't make the playoffs. Derek called,
you say yes.
Exactly. But
yes, sir. Yes.
They didn't
yes.
make the
Okay.
playoffs for a bit, but if you look at I looked at like their games the year before, and their biggest loss other than against us was I think 2 goals. So like they were in every game. They just needed a few pieces, and I felt like I could go and click with those guys and kind of try and help them get over that hump. And playing with Churchy, he's a world-class player. Like he's unreal. Yeah. They had good pieces, and I said, hey, Derek, you need to be on the bench, because that was a big piece for me. And he said, yeah, I'll be on the bench. And Derek wins. Wherever he goes, he wins. So I knew what I was getting with them, and I thought it was a good change for me, and it was. It really, what a year we had. Didn't work. The ending wasn't what we wanted, but like what a year we had, and like 2/3 that team had never had a playoff game. So to get that experience, and we go into this year with the same group, is we're going to be a dangerous team.
Did the chemistry come back instantly, or does pro ball changes you guys from Whitby crew to now?
It definitely took a while. Anytime you play with a new player, like I knew the systems well, which was great. But anytime you're playing with new guys, it's going to take a while. And I was sick for a game in December. I think Churchy got hurt the second or third game of the year and was out for about a month and a half, or about a month. So like we really didn't even get to play together until we were like 6-7 games in, and then we started building that chemistry and really starting to get hot later. And we had a few lineup changes and guys kind of sick, hurt, and normal stuff that everyone deals with. So it definitely took a while, but I noticed coming into this year's training camp, we already had it. It was like just like we were playing last year. So that was a big difference and a nice learning curve that we didn't have to deal with.
So kind of like speaking on this here a little bit, like what's the most exciting part for you guys, like offensively speaking, like coming into this season, right? Like you guys had a good year last year. You started to click and you started to bond a little bit. So like what's the most exciting part about this offense going into this season?
Bringing all the guys back was huge. We know we have those good players. Like we didn't have anyone in 100 points. Churchy probably would have if he wasn't hurt, but we had 4 guys over 70 or 80 points. So we have a really good core, and we got great young guys like Brock Haley. Guy can score tons of goals. So
how about that goal he scored on the weekend, the crossover?
That was nuts. Just like
nasty.
Gross.
That's nasty.
And like so he's gonna have more confidence being a second-year guy, and we gave him the green light last year, and he definitely has it this year. So having those rookies that kind of have some time in the league now will help out, and we're just going to keep growing as a crew and just keep getting better. Like Zach Mann is just so athletic, and he can go off any game. Keenan's such a good player and veteran presence. He can go off any game. We're such a good group, and I think that's really dangerous. There's no one that you can't block one guy and be okay. We're a very dangerous group, and I think that goes a long way.
Yeah.
You're playing under one of the most respected duos, and Jimmy Quinlan and Derek Keenan. Why does those work together so well? And what's the first expression of Quinn?
Jimmy's hilarious. He's such a good guy, and he brings so much energy, and he's super passionate. He'll talk to us. He'll do anything it takes to win, and he works really, really hard. He does all our film, and he's very invested in the team. And Derek's just so knowledgeable. For him to have Derek there and learn from him, and they can do their talks, and Derek can teach him. He can just bring it down to us. But Jimmy really brings the energy and passion, and Derek does his thing. He's quieter, obviously, but he when he talks, you listen, and we know. They partner so well together. They really do. They're very different, but at the same time, they're such a great duo, and we have all kinds of respect for them. And they reach out to us and ask us our opinion, and we have a good relationship with them, which is huge. It's not like no one's worried about talking to them or asking them questions, and they ask us what we think, so that goes a long way.
Yeah, like Hugh coached me in like high school and also coached me in junior, and man, like that guy just run through a wall through him every single day of the week.
Yeah.
When he got mad, you're finding a way to get out of the building because he's pissed.
He doesn't get too mad now, which is good, but he'll get on some refs.
Until he gets to Kurt Malosky, and then those two will go at it.
That'll be a good chirp match too. Both those guys just can go, right? They both got like motors like coming back verbally, like they just go. Yeah. What was like your first impression of Jimmy? Like he's in a good way. He's a different cat. Like I love him. He's a completely different breed of human being. So what was that first impression?
Just like the amount of energy he brings. Like he really and even like practices, or we get off the flight Friday night and go to practice. You're kind of like I just sat on a flight, but he brings the energy. He's always positive. He's always ready to go. He's always picking us up. And I found that that's huge. He always brings it 100% every day. And that's tough to do, be that consistently positive and ready to go. And just anything you guys need, what do you want? Shirt off my back kind of guy.
And obviously, I mean, Jammer's coached legends. And what's something that fans don't see about him that that they don't know about Jammer or see or recognize, or just from your point of view, what would you say?
Probably just like his knowledge his IQ is so high, and the adjustments he does. But he knows what to say and when to say it. And that goes a long way. He doesn't talk much, but when he does, he's always right. Like even in junior, senior, and pro, sometimes maybe I'm doing something and he'll say something and I'll be like, God damn, he's right. Like even if I thought I was, and he knows how to say it, when to say it. And that's tough. He's not screaming at you. No. He'll just let you know right then and there. That's funny. When we were minor and junior, he would yell. And then the second, like once we were in senior and kind of like men, never yelled once. And Just very respectful, and he just knows the game. Like, he can make small adjustments, and he knows how to win. And if you just listen to him, good things will happen.
And like you say, though, being a coach, he learned a lot from Les Bartley. Like, a lot of those things you just said were exactly how Les Bartley coached through the Rock days when we were winning, exactly like Jammer. And the thing is, look at Jammer. Like, I think all the years he's been GM wherever he's been, I think he's made one bad trade. Like, everyone thought when he made Mans for Matthews that you guys were losing the trade. It's like, holy shit.
Turned out amazing.
Like, you won the trade by a mile. Is there something, though, that Jimmy or Jammer ever told you that stuck with you?
Derek would always say the 50-goal shot. And actually, you were saying 2014, when I did have that breakout year, he was always telling me, shoot right here, overhand, basics. He said, if you shoot every shot there, basically, you'll score 50 goals. And I tried to shoot as much as I could there, but and he was right. I scored 50 goals the next 2 years. And he'll always, like, when we're talking about scoring, or if I hit a shot in practice, he'll yell 50-goal shot. He knows the game.
Oh yeah.
Shanks, across the league, I don't agree this, but fans do say that Rush don't have that prototypical superstar, but the Rush is always built on everyone eats. What makes this franchise so unique in that way that everyone just buys in?
I think it starts with Derek, honestly. Like, our system's great, and our system doesn't revolve around one guy. We have a system where everyone can shoot, everyone can pass, everyone's dangerous, and there's options. And I think that honestly starts on the floor with Churchy too. If Churchy went out there and took 40 shots, no one would say a word, but he wouldn't do that. If he doesn't score and we win, he's pumped. So he is a superstar. He's a future Hall of Famer.
100%.
But he goes out there and grinds. He works hard. And if he doesn't have his shot, he's not going to go and, I need to take a shot. So I think everyone sees him do that. You're like, okay, like, you must buy in. Like, how can you not buy in? Or
just kind of follow suit.
Yeah, no bitching, complaining. Like, and they had guys before me when they're there, like Ben McIntosh, Curtis Knight, guys like that who were the same, and like very, very good players that, they just worked hard, and whoever scored that night, they were happy with, as long as they were winning.
So since 2022, you got more playoff goals than anybody else in the league. 16 points in the first 2 games of the finals last year after a 6-goal performance against your former team in Halifax. Like, what is it about the playoffs that kind of brings out that extra gear in Austin Shanks?
I just find, like, you have to pick it up. It's a different season. You work all year to get there, like, just kind of give her. And I just kind of find, like, I don't really get nervous. I'm not worried to take the shot or do something. Like, I'd rather make a mistake going 100%. But I love playoffs, and, like, I didn't even know that stat, but even kind of junior, senior, I noticed I always had better points or goals in the playoffs. And I just love it. Like, I want to win, and I'm not worried to take that shot. And you got to play different. It's a different season, and you got to work harder. You're not, like, whistles go away, and just want to win and do everything I can to help the team.
Before Toll jumps in, like, did you pack an extra suit or just one suit?
I only had one suit.
One suit.
Attaboy.
Swagger. You gotta have playoff swagger, right? Like, if you go into a playoff series like that and you're already beat in your head, then there's no sense in even going out. So the whole one suit thing that brought a smile to my face as well. I liked it. I liked it.
Mentality is such a big thing. Like, guys, like, lose confidence, or you're in a shooting slump. I always say, like, you got to shoot to get hot and shoot to stay hot.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love when you just went point tonight. I was like,
that time again, Frick's question answer, like, walk us through the Halifax series. Was a personal, just another night. But like you said, I mean, you don't take it personal against the team you played against. You want to win for your new team. But, like, what was it like that night? Was it just another night you just got hot? You could feel it. You just wanted to keep shooting, or?
It really was. Like, I just got hot, and obviously I wanted to play well against my former team. But yeah, like, sometimes those nights you just you get hot and stay hot, and I was just feeling it. So I kept shooting, and it was obviously really cool game to get hot. And then the next game to hit the OT winner was, once I caught that ball, I already knew I was shooting it and where I was shooting it. So it was definitely cool. cool series, and that was a special series for sure.
Okay, so like one goes in, and you kind of start to feel yourself. The second goes in, like what point, like is it 3 or 4 to where it's just like fuck, I'm shooting the piss out of the thing tonight. Like just give me the ball. Like when do you realize that like this, like tonight's tonight? Like
It's weird. It just like happens. Like you just kind of get your shots. Like I don't try and like I'm gonna go out and do this move and shoot. It's just we just kind of play, and if I have a shot, I'm gonna take it. I'm confident enough where I'll take any shot that I feel like I can score. And sometimes they go in, and sometimes they don't. So it's just honestly, you almost not black out, but you do the same thing almost every night, and sometimes it's your night where you pop more than usual.
Yeah, well, I put you on video lots in St. Catharines because you were a huge hit because I said our guys like to shoot 1,000 miles an hour. And I'm like, watch this guy shoot. He'll score 6 goals, and he can't shoot more than 10 kilometers an hour. He just plays
him and Robert. Like Robert's the same way. Like Churchy doesn't shoot the piss out of the thing either, but it's just like you could draw a picture of top shelf, and it's him and Churchy both.
That's what I said. I say to Nikki all the time. Like, Nikki, the ball's not even moving. Just move your shoulder for frig's sake. Stop.
I was just saying, like, it doesn't matter how hard it is. If the goalie's not there, it's going in.
Yeah, it's that nasty low to high that you got too, though. Like that one, like those are mint, and they're like a dime a dozen nowadays too, right? Like that low to high, like if you get that cooking, like those are almost impossible to save.
The 6th one when I was on like the goal line on power play, that was probably my favorite.
Just gross.
Yeah,
the old sock trick. Do we have a? Hey, wait, Doss. Before you get this thing, is this a new section with a title? Like a rank? Wow, Doss.
Yes. Hey, before we jump into the news section, I want to just go back, and it was game 2 when you guys beat Halifax. Walk us through that play of like Hossack and Messenger diving for the ball. Like, what did you see, and how ecstatic was that bench?
Worst timeout play in the history of sports, mean? Oh, okay, go ahead.
Yeah, that was straight. Like,
Ilya Gage might have something to say about that, Toller.
Yeah, there's a couple people. Like, put the people on one side, roll the ball to the far end. What are you doing? Anyways.
It was honestly like, it felt like a movie. Like it was like you couldn't redo that if you tried. The guys just battled, messed with that diving play to knock the ball, and Barney ran up, decided to leave his guy and ran up to get the Lucy, and Haas scoring the goal. Like it was crazy. Like you probably won't ever see that again. Like and then once that happened too, we're all like, this is over. We're winning. Like easy. Like 100%. They lost all their momentum, and we had.
The crowd juice would have been gone. Swagger on the bench is gone. Yeah, you might as well just pack the bus right there. We're taking this one home.
We're basically getting ready for the next game, and then to have that, we're like, this is done tonight.
Yeah.
You're known as the quiet killer, as Patty and Teddy will always say on the broadcast. What part of your game is so underrated that you feel like no one else sees?
Well, I'm not the biggest, fastest, or strongest in any aspect. So I just try and like work hard, and I just try and take advantage of my defenders, like find backs and get to the middle when I can. And I've always been told like guys will watch my game or whatever and be like, oh yeah, okay, game or whatever. And then they look at the stat sheet and it's like, whoa, he had that kind of thing. Like I don't.
6 and 3, quiet 9.
Yeah, I'm not a flashy guy, I just I love the game. I play hard, and it's not flashy. I'm not a big selly guy. I don't do dunks or anything. Like I just kind of just play, and guys don't. I try and honestly float around and just get open and work hard for the guys, and good things happen when you kind of work hard for the other guys on your team.
All right, so we've been kind of, like doing the Austin Shanks, the celebratory thing here. So we'll switch it up a little bit and switch the vibes. Goaltender wise, like who has your number? Like who is it that you're rolling into? What city are we rolling into? You're like, fuck, like I gotta play him tonight. Like is it Delbs? Is it Vino? Was it Frankie before you guys joined up? Like who's got Shanksy's number?
I'm trying to think. So they actually asked us a stat last year, like who do you have the most goals on in your career? And mine was actually Vino.
Humble brag.
And then probably maybe Rose. Like because my shot is very like slower, and I try and move the goalies with my shot. He's kind of like a shot blocker. He's not going to move for that, so you really got to kind of shoot around him. And
where did that 50 goal shot say to go in? Maybe we should try shooting there again. It looks like every single one in the preseason is going in there. Maybe try there.
I will try that. Thank you. Hey, maybe I'll score 50 this year.
Hey, I want to cut.
All right. What are we at now? Now we're
Toller.
You okay,
he's
Toller?
sleeping, man.
Yeah, he's like,
he needs a beer, man.
Rochester? I thought it was story time.
Yeah, it's story. Shanks, we have a segment, if you don't know, it's story time from Steve Toll. And that's all this guy probably would want to come on and just tell his story.
No, I don't. It says on my sheet next.
What's your his question's supposed to be is your best welcome to the moment NL from Rochester.
Well, why would we go back to Rochester when we already talked about that? Who's organizing the show? Like, we're getting Shanksy all mixed up.
What's his welcome to the NLL moment? Where did he start his goddamn NLL career, Toller? Rochester. Of course, we got to go back there. We can't just stay here. Hey, Shanksy, what was the best thing you did this week? No, we want to know what happened. Is welcome to the NLL moment.
Why would we ask that first in the NLL Rochester part?
Well, I don't know, Steve.
Who's hosting the show?
Honestly, it was probably game 1 and 2 when I got scratched. I thought I had a really good camp, and there was some really good righties in front of me, but I thought I had a good camp, was going to play, and I hadn't been scratched before, like a healthy scratch before that, and that was kind of not set me back, but I was like, okay, this is super weird. And then it happened again the second game, and I was like, okay, what's going on? And just kind of kept my head down and kept working hard because I knew it was veteran status, but I was definitely like, this is definitely different. I haven't experienced this. And then my first game was in Toronto, which was super cool in the Air Canada. And I think I had 3 goals, and then I just never looked back.
What's one moment in your career
that will show you for sitting them? Coming off with a 3 spot.
What's one moment in your career that people would be shocked about what happened?
Any flights where your sticks got lost?
No.
But you gotta love when you fly to Sask and there's only the one airplane, and all these guys are Toronto.
Only the one airplane.
What? In the whole airport.
No, but when you fly in on the plane, and there's only one plane that all the Toronto guys and the SAS guys are on. So you pull in the airport and you go wait for the luggage. The SAS luggage comes out right away. Honestly, our Panther City, we waited there for like an hour and a half. There's no other people in the whole terminal. It's completely empty. There's only one friggin' thing. And we're like, where's our gear? Like, they pay them literally to hold our gear forever.
No, there's no way.
Yeah, buddy. Oh, yeah. So your 5 bags come out, and we're waiting an hour. You guys were at Cactus eating, and we didn't at the airport yet. Yeah,
he was 3 Bellinis deep by then.
Oh, brutal.
We're gonna get to practice.
Yeah.
Hey, better than coming back to Peterborough for a Minto Cup and your rental van breaks down with all your equipment, and that's a story for another day.
Oh.
Ridiculous. All right, Shanksy, year 2 in Sask. What's our goal this year? Like, obviously, is it like we're going to go championship or bust kind of year, or like what's a relative goal that we set for ourselves this summer or this winter? Sorry.
Honestly, it really is like championship. Like we know we have the team to do it. We brought back every single guy, and we know it's hard work, and it's going to take a lot of hard work. It did last year, so I really do think it is championship. And we have a lot of guys on 1-year contracts, so like a lot of things can happen the next year. But you win a championship, you stick together, and a lot of guys are going to stay. So I think we want to get back to that final, and a lot of guys are hungry. We got young guys who have some playoff experience now, and we want that championship. What's the legacy that you want to leave in Sask and NL? Honestly, I just want to bring a trophy back. They have a winning history. They won, I think, 2 there after the Edmonton. So they went on a streak there, not making playoffs. So we brought some excitement back last year, and now it's trophy time. Like, let's bring it back to the fans. We had a lot of fans at the end of the year there, and we definitely want to bring it back to them.
So when you're retired, say, and when you're retired another 15 years or whatever, you're done. What would your teammates look back and what would they say if I said, what was Austin Shanks like? What would your teammates say?
Likes to shoot top right.
Never paid a tab.
Oh, he's got alligator arms. That Shakes. There's nothing wrong with that, Shakesy.
He learned from the Steve Toll school of the Houdini before the bill comes.
Oh, listen to Bobby Big Spender. Like, who are you kidding? Like, if you're gonna gum me, you got to be a guy that pays. So don't you gum me.
My guy ran away before you did. Don't worry about it.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
No, honestly, just hopefully, a good teammate and someone who worked hard for his teammates and tried to do his best to win.
All right, Shanksy, we're going to get into a little rapid fire here. And don't forget, we got Steve Toll that's got a big CPR course tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay, it's an important CPR course. So let's try and keep these answers nice and short. Right? First of all, we got
at blowing, so you have to let him go,
Rapid Fire with Frick, sponsored by the good fellas at Loading Lacrosse, Tyrell Hammer Jackson and Jordan McBride. Use promo code TONKA95 for 15% off all items at loadinglax.com. That's promo code TONKKA95 for 15% off all items store-wide until December 23rd, 2025. Shanksy, keep the answers short and sweet for Toller so he can make bedtime. Pre-game hype song.
This year, Starburster.
Favorite city to play in?
Other than Sask, Calgary, Colorado.
Good choices. Well done.
There you go. Who's the toughest opponent you ever played against?
Rubish.
And then last one, if you weren't playing lacrosse, what would you be doing? Outside of fighting fires. We can't say that either. So lacrosse, no fighting fires. What are we doing?
Love to be a pro golfer.
I knew that was coming.
Be the best gig going.
Good answer.
Yes.
Or a backup quarterback.
Backup quarterback, backup goalie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Backup kicker, punter. Or even starting punter. I could be starting punter inside the 60.
You could be starting kicker. That's no problem. You boot it and walk off the field.
Yeah.
How about I went to a college football game this weekend at Kennesaw State, right? End of the game, they try and do a fake punt or a fake field goal. They're kicking the field goal to win the game. There's like a minute and a half. They try and do a fake, lose it for a fumble. The other team runs down, scores, game over. See you later. Bye. I bet you that guy's looking for a job today.
Ouch.
Oh, terrible. All right, Shanksy. We won't keep you too much longer. As we said, Toller's got to get to bed. Big CPR course. Thanks a lot for doing it, man. We wish you nothing.
Say hi to your mom.
Wish you nothing but best of luck this year. And just keep shooting the piss out of the thing.
Oh, yeah, we'll do. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks, Shanksy. Have a good one.
See you, boys.
So I had the privilege of telling story time, and I did also have the privilege of driving for 5 years with the Evie boys. And it was awesome. They are the greatest guys. I would do anything for them as they would do anything for you. My whole story's not about them. But one funny story about the Evies is we always met at Willie's house in Oshawa, and they came from Peterborough. And we're waiting there. Willie and I are waiting there and waiting for these guys, and we call, and they didn't answer. And all of a sudden, Scotty shows up. And we're like, what took you so long? And where's Shawnee? I dropped him off. What do you mean you dropped him off? I told him to get out on the 115. Literally dropped him off on the 115, continued on to Oshawa, and we continued on to practice. So he left his brother there. We show up to practice, and he's like, where's little Evie? I go, ask Scotty. Scotty, where's your brother? 115, he says to the coach. That's what he says to Eddie. But that's the type of guys they are. They're beauty. But that's not my story. So my story is 2007. Rochester's in Portland. And we play that night. Next day, we're supposed to fly out at 12 o'clock. And it's just torrential downpour, rain, everything. We get to the airport. So our flight gets delayed. So we're just pounding the pints back. We're just pounding at the bar. All of a sudden, it's like 3 o'clock. We're getting delayed again. Now it's like 5 o'clock. So Schiller, probably one of the only Americans I actually liked. I like Chris Schiller. He's a funny dude. He goes, where's Reggie and Ditzel? I'm like, I don't know. We haven't seen him. Reggie and Ditzel, Schiller calls Reggie. They thought we were in Portland, Maine, and they decided to drive home because their wives were yelling at them. We were in Portland, Oregon. So we are smashed at the airport. We're doing the old dental floss with the bills out in the airport. and Schiller's got a map out, and we're calling them every half hour, and we're tracking where they are. So it's like now it's like 9 o'clock, and they got flight for us only to Chicago. So we end up flying to Chicago. Schiller calls them once we get to Chicago. They had gotten 2 speeding tickets, and they just got a hotel. And they were like 4 hours out from Portland, Oregon. So this is Sunday. So we fly into Chicago Sunday night. Eddie gets us this hotel. It's a dump, whatever. We stay there. Wake up the next day. Schiller calls those guys. They're still like 36 hours from home. It's Monday. So we can't fly out of Chicago. There's no flights to Buffalo. So Eddie goes, we're renting a van for 15 of us, and we're all going in. So they hop in the van, totally drives all 8 hours from Chicago to Buffalo. They're watching movies. We're tracking Ditzel and Reggie. Another speeding ticket. Car broke down, and they got home from Portland, Oregon, thinking they were going to beat us. We got home Monday around probably 11 at night. They missed practice Wednesday. They got home Wednesday morning at 5 a.m.
That's a 4-day drive easy. An easy 4-day drive.
Well, you know that. Yeah. But the best was they thought, but the thing was, both of them really didn't like to fly. So all of a sudden they got in there, and Schiller's face when we first heard, he's like, Reggie, it's Portland, Oregon, not Portland, Maine. You're across the country. And like Reggie's a smart dude. Great guy, not the smartest dude. But you should have seen that. Like the red pen on following him, they missed practice, and we were giggling forever. Like those guys, they got home Wednesday night, and then but the best was they got home Wednesday night. We flew out Friday to Calgary, so they were home for like a day and a half.
Right back at it.
But it was the funniest thing. Like 2 speeding tickets, they were fighting, arguing the whole time. But anyways, at the airport, like doing the dollar bill with the thing. So there's 17 guys smashed, all in a Rochester tracksuit. We got the fake dollar bill and the dental floss. Old ladies going to pull a dollar bill, and we're just yanking it away, and they're falling over. And Patty Campbell and them, we're just dying laughing. Like we're just ripping them. Well, doesn't we fly in? We get in there, and we fly out the next day to Calgary, fly Calgary back to Buffalo. And this is the part. So we get back to Buffalo, and the big thing with little Evie was pantsing everyone. Well, the Buffalo airport was absolutely jammed. I don't know if you guys remember Big Cat. He was our trainer. He was about 6'6", about 280, great dude. He's got a pop in one hand, his phone in the other hand. The Buffalo airport is jammed, and I mean and he's sitting there like this thing. Little Levy from behind drops his drawers in front of everybody. He dropped his drawers, pop in one hand, phone talking to his wife, and he's buck naked. Buddy, I have never seen more women and men laughing in my entire life ever than at the Big Cat, just sitting there like that. And he didn't know what to do. You want to talk about angry? Oh yeah, little Evie was getting like hot stuff in his jaw. Like he was, Big Cat wanted to get him back, but he got him so bad. It was beautiful.
You don't fuck with the equipment guys, man. They hold your life in your hands. You know what I mean? Like they're washing your getch, they're making sure everything's nice and tidy and folded and put in your stuff. Yeah. You don't fuck with the equipment.
The Big Cat was a beauty too, but I'm not lying to you. Like we've all got pants or whatever, but no one has got pants so clean as his tracksuit. The little Levy just got him perfect and dropped it, and he was just pop and phone, and he had nowhere to go. And everyone's looking and giggling and laughing. It was oh my God. It was bright.
I bet you if you talk to any like the 2000s, like the Evie era guys, like everybody's got just an absolutely epic Evie story. Like
buddy, I'm telling you, I can tell you story, buddy. 5 years, Willie and I drove with them. I can tell you stories beyond story. They are the best dudes ever.
He was just a kid.
Oh yeah, he was just a kid that year. Like, that was when they made the great trade, Andrew Turner for Sean Evans.
19, 20 years old playing, and those teams were gross. Like I remember we would drive down to the games. I'd take the train out to Burlington and meet Big Papa Willie, and we'd drive over, and like I was just a kid too. And some of those nights, like I'm not gonna drop who, but that's where I got introduced to the naked man move. Right? It wasn't How I Met Your Mother. It was in Roch, and I was just like, you do what? Oh yeah.
I'm telling you,
3 out of 10 times it works.
They're the greatest dudes ever. But I love, like they said, there's guys that I tell you could be in a fight with 12 guys. Those guys are jumping in a heartbeat, not even questions.
I got I'm not gonna tell it on here, but I got a good downtown Toronto on New Year's Eve heavy story, and that one was fun. That one
Anyway,
was fun.
so that was story time by Steve Toll. A little bit of Evie, a little the Big Cat, a little bit of Ditzel and Reggie Thorpe that were in Portland, Maine, and not Portland or Portland, Oregon. Yeah, driving home.
And just in
Just
case,
to put some backstory on this, it's 46 hours and 30 minutes.
You know, buddy, we were
3,100 miles.
it's 4 days. That's 4 days of driving in the wrong direction. How
because they didn't want to wait. They didn't want to wait.
These obviously aren't geography majors that we're talking about here for crazy. Like even Frick would have known that one's a little bit like I've done it, but that's a little bit too far.
Two Syracuse grads.
Yeah, not geography.
Not geography. No, but great dude, but it's a great story.
Hey, just in case anybody's looking for some pops on the socials, we're desperately looking for a sponsor for Toller Storytime. So somebody step up. We'll get a logo out there. You know, you'll get to hear some of the best in the business stories by Steve Toll. Somebody step up. We're for Toller. You're for sale. You're on the market. You're on the market.
Yeah, wouldn't be the first time.
What a story. Attaboy, Toller.
I know.
Alrighty, Tolly. Thank you
boys.
so much for staying on with us.
That time.
The pod is not leaving, but hey, Tol has to get to bed. He has to work in the morning. Frick and I are going to stay on. We will still have a few things to wrap up, but Tol, thank you for staying on. Appreciate
boys.
that.
See you, boys.
Good night, Toller.
Night, boys.
Fricky, what do we got cooking up on that Cool Bet account?
All right, Doss, it's time for everybody's second favorite segment behind old Stevie Toll's story time. It's Frick's Picks, presented by CoolBet. CoolBet, the #1 sports book for all things box lacrosse. Whether you're looking to sprinkle a little on the money line, hit some exciting parlay props, or ride with Frick's Picks every week, CoolBet is your one-stop shop for all things box lacrosse betting. New users, we got a great deal for you. You can double your first deposit up to $200 when you use our exclusive Como Pro Mesh. That's MESH. Sign up today at coolbet.com. And remember, embrace the unexpected. But always remember, Doss, stay cool, but bet responsibly. All right, boys. First week of the NLL, so obviously we're going to get on game picks, right? We did our player props. We did our team props. This is where we're going to start to bank a little bit of cash. All right, so first and foremost, we're going to the hometown representing the Schwa. We're going Oshawa on the money line. All right, game number 2, Doss, San Diego, Ottawa. We're gonna jump and we're gonna do a little bit of a taste here. We're gonna take San Diego -1.5. Right, Buffalo money line until they're proven unworthy. We're gonna keep riding Buffalo. And then, obviously, we got the big dogs out west and the Vancouver Warriors. I think this might be one of Frick's picks every single week. We're going to do big money line bets. Big, probably not too many unders because life is way too short to bet the under. But you parlay all those 4 together. You got Oshawa money line, San Diego Seals -1.5, Buff Bandits money line, Vancouver Warriors money line coming in at a cool +1150. Dossie boy. That's making some cash, right? Make some cash this season. Stay cool. Bet responsibly. Coolbet.com. Frick's Picks. Let's roll, baby. Doss, make some cash, homie.
Oh, yeah. Let's go. I'm smashing that one for sure. I've smashed them all. I always smash them all. You know, there's a lot of people probably just put out their picks and whatever and don't tap on it. I can say me and Frick, we're smashing every single one. So if we're riding with it, I'm
betting everyone
with us. So
I'm betting everyone. Right? I'd jump on the train, right? Let's tab up what we make this year too, Doss. Right? We'll hit the losses, we'll hit the wins, we'll drop the slips. Not a big deal. You know, +1150 week 1. $100.
We're no ladders, man. No ladders either.
No ladders, baby. We're just rocking ladders. Every week. Every week we're just rocking the no ladder bet.
Hey, Frick, before we let everyone go, it's been a long podcast, and I appreciate you guys all staying around. But as you guys have well known about, I think it was Mondays when we release this, but we teamed up with TFL trading cards. And what we're also doing is we're giving NL tickets and NL cards away. There's 20 packs given away. 6 tickets are going to 3 different winners. Get into it.
You're giving guys
and
tickets.
as well,
Get some
giving
cards.
guys tickets.
Giving guys,
Just
just give them
because.
to them. Just give it. You're not even making them. You're not even making them take you. You're just giving them tickets.
Just giving
What
it
a
away,
guy.
man.
What a
Come
guy.
and give it. Come and get it. Okay? Come and give the tickets. Come get it. Come get the card packs. I'm not keeping any of them for myself. Nothing's being kept here. Okay? I'll say this. From now, when this podcast drops on Thursday, you have Thursday until Friday to the first game. When the first game hits, that's when the draw will be done at halftime. That's when the draw will be happening. With that being said, if you go on YouTube, go to Loose Mesh, the Lacrosse podcast on YouTube, and comment. I hit subscribe and comment your Instagram handle. I'll make sure that you're following us, and you get 5 bonus entries just for you subscribing. You have to subscribe to the podcast. Just to subscribe to us.
Gotta click a button.
It's easy.
Click
nice
a button,
work.
win some
Click
tickets.
a button.
Click a button, win
Hit
some
the
tickets.
bell. Download the podcast. Help your boys out. And as well, Frick, there's some big things coming down the pipeline. Like, this might not be the only show that we're doing. So that's something in the works as well that's coming down the pipeline. And, I look forward to that one as well. And, that one's still in the works. It might be still a little early to say it, but hey, it's definitely coming down the pipeline. I think it will be another great show for Frick and I. And if Steve Toll's on board, we'll see about that one. But, we're trying to bring you guys the best content, the best storylines. And hey, you guys will see. We have an episode as well as dropping on Friday. Check that one out. That one's with Patty and Teddy. We bring Patty and Teddy
for the week.
Double epi. We had to start.
Double epi.
Had to start hot at the beginning of the season.
We just gotta get those numbers up, right? So like, subscribe, follow, share, 5 stars, all that shit, right? Get the boys a little bit of juice. Get the world talking. Everybody, the boys know Toller. He's got his stories. They're always absolutely epic. Doss sets us up with some banger questions every single week. It's going to be the best crack cast on the internet, right? We know it's going to be the best guest. We do like look who we've dropped already: Mitchie Jones, Delbs, Austin Shanks on this one. We got Jenner and Greggy, two of the absolute best in the business that have ever talked about the game of lacrosse. Right? This is what it's going to be here. So the more likes, the more subscribes, the more follows we can get, the more you're going to see the faces of the fellas on the screen. And you might not want to see the face, but you love to hear the voice.
Of course. Hey, as he said, like, subscribe, follow us on every single platform. We're not on TikTok. I don't. Unless Frick, you're gonna jump on that TikTok.
I do a little bit of TikTok, and I'm not gonna lie, right? I got a 13-year-old buddy back home who likes to send some talks, right? So I'll tick a little bit, I'll talk a little bit. I'm not active. I'm like a TikTok creeper. I'm not active, but I can rock with some talk, yeah. But I'm not doing it. I'm not running a Loose Mesh TikTok if that's what we're getting at here. Not a chance. There's another one. Somebody wants to come run the Loose Mesh TikTok. You got Frick's vote. Golly.
For sure. Hey, thanks for everyone for dropping by. I appreciate it. We all appreciate it. Okay. We'll see you guys next time. Enjoy Friday's episode. That one's a banger. If you want to see Patty and Teddy that are shocked out of their mind with the questions, you're going to want to listen to that episode.
How about when we stumped Jenner? I've known him for a while now, right? I don't think I've ever stumped him. And when I did, I was a little pat on the back, Toller style for the Frick, man. I was good on you, Doss. that was one banger of a question. And even just the insight and the thoughtfulness that these guys give to their answers, right? It's absolutely phenomenal. And it's easy to tell why these two are literally the best. You're not getting a better lacrosse play-by-play guy than Patty Jenner.
Best of the biz.
You're not getting a better lacrosse color commentary guy than Patty. And you put those 100%. Together, and I'm going to steal it from him. Chef's kiss, baby.
Chef kiss. Alrighty, Frick. I'll see you next Monday, and we'll get out of here. Thank you guys so much.
Game week,
baby. Let's go. Hey, Oh, by the way, Frick, I've been hearing some rumors before we let everyone go. They're probably out here. But everyone that's still here.
I don't like this. You're setting me up. You're setting me up for something.
Oh, my God. If this is true, I'm ready for fireworks on Friday night. You have the rematch of what Toronto did to Dyson Williams. You got some big boys in both sides.
It's going to be
I'm surprised you haven't even got a call yet, man.
No, why? Did they need somebody to hurt somebody's hand with their face? Come on.
Well, that's what I'm hearing, man, is that there's going to be fireworks on Friday night. You got to tune in.
Chance.
You never know what's going to happen.
I'm tuning in either way, right? But the game's evolved. It's not like that anymore. It's kind of just more or less it's they get up the floor, they get down the floor. Nobody fights anymore. It's not how it is.
We'll see. There's been a couple fights this preseason, man.
You're gonna see one fight in that game max. It's not gonna be like Showtime at the Apollo. It's not gonna be Four Nations Cup. It's gonna be. I'll gamble on it. Probably Zach Masson fighting Billy Hofstreiser to start the game, and then that's it. That's all we're doing.
That's the end of fireworks.
That's it. There's nobody left.
Give me a 3-banger, man. Give me a 3-banger.
No 3 bangers.
Alrighty, Frick. See ya, man. I'll talk to you soon.
See ya, bro. Have a great week.